Good morning, class. We are back again for a discussion video this time. And if you haven't guessed, obviously the lyrical reveal's starting up again. I'm going to be talking a bit more about lyrical again because I do enjoy my lyrical decks. So what we're going to do is cover the Tuesday stream reveals. So that would be the Fortia along with her support, the reprints that they confirmed that were coming. But we also did get a reprint promo that I'm going to quickly discuss first. So lots of stuff to cover today. So let's get started. So we are going to start with the, as I said, the promo reprint. And we are getting a form of Bashful Striver Kinky as an alternate art in the upcoming shop tournament promo packs. Now, interesting bit to note here is they've given her the uniform from the Lyrical Monasterio 3 Summertime Memory set. So it's showing that she's changing throughout the school year, which is really nice to have. Plus it also ties up with the fact obviously this is coming out as the September one, so still within Japan's summertime. So it really shows they have put the effort into this, which is really nice to have. But that's all we really know about the Shop Tawny promo. We have got the other promo, the last 3 promos in the pack being released on Thursday. And that's very likely going to have a lyrical one in it, because the last 3 we got last week was Dragon Empire, Dark States and Brantgate. So it makes sense that the last 3 will end up being Keta Sanctuary, Stoikea and Lyrical to match up with, obviously we got the Keta Sanctuary, Stoikea and Lyrical as the Shop Tawny promos, the reprints. So, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Obviously, I won't do a video if it's just one card, but I will likely mention it once we do the next Lyrical update video. But we're then going to move on to the Fortia stuff. And we're going to start off with the Irresistible Vibes Annabelle. So Annabelle is a grade 1 8k elf, and she's got the skills of, first one being her friend skill. So continuous, if you have another unit in the same column as this unit, that unit and this unit become friends. But her main skill is Auto Rearguard Circle. When this unit boosts a unit that attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if you have a Vanguard with Fortia in its card name, and you have 5 or more other friends, you can Soul Blast 2, and until the end of that battle, your opponent cannot call Sentinels from Guardian Circle to guard your circle from hand. It should be from hand to Guardian Circle, don't know why they've put it like this. But we've got a Sentinel Restrict. But we have issues with our Sentinel Restrict. The first issue I've got with it is the hefty cost behind it. Soul Blast 2 is a very big cost for Fortia because we don't have that much soul. Adding on the fact that it only lasts for 1 battle is a lot to ask for. Ideally, you're going to want to place this behind the Vanguard, but that's the way we're going to have other key bits that we want to use, such as the ones I'm popping up on screen now. And those both perform better than this, because obviously we've got the one from the Lyrical Set 3 double rare that's for the rest of the turn, if the Vanguard hits you countercharge 1. Or you've got the Festival Booster one that gives 5k when it boosts till the end of the battle. So at that point, the 40 is gaining the 5k for the restand as well. Both of those do end up performing better than Annabelle, unfortunately. But let's move on to the grade 2, see if this gets a little bit better for us. So we're starting off with the Crystallized Cherished Memories, Velian. And Velian's got 2 skills. First one is her friend skill, so same as with Annabelle. The continuous rearguard circle. If you have another unit in the same column as this unit, that unit and this unit become friends. And then her main skill is continuous front row rearguard circle. During your turn, if you have 3 or more other friends, all of your Vanguards with 40 in their card name get 5,000 power. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets power plus 10,000. So this isn't too bad. My issues with it come down to, for it to be in the front row rear guard circle, you've either not called Melty, so you're not drawn, or you've not called Roxella, and you're not bouncing. That's where my issues come in with it. The 5k to Vanguard's nice, and the 10k to herself makes her the same as the grade 2 we got back in Lyrical Monsteria 2, which I'll pop up on screen. But it's just like, this is a double rare. Like, I'd have expected something a bit more flashy. This doesn't really help us, I think is the best response. Because we'd already got the 10k to itself via the grade 2 from Lyrical Set 2 that I was talking about. And we've already got 5k to Vanguard when it's boosted by the Festival Booster card, when Fortia is boosted by the Festival Booster card. So yes, we would technically be 5k from this and 5k from that, so you could gain 10k. But skipping out on Fortia or Roxella just doesn't make sense with me. Perhaps on the final push turn it might be good, so it's definitely on my... I definitely will test it, see how I feel about it. But it will be a wait and see job. But then we round out with our final card, and this is the Full Moon Magic Fortia. So, really cute art. I like how they got her ears on the hat, but then her actual ears are under the hat, so it's adorable. But Fortia herself has got 3 different skills. The first one is the common one that we saw in the Festival Booster for the Lyrical Bosses, and that is the Dress Up ability. So when you start this fight, this card is treated as a Mimish Fortia. So you can play... This is done like this, so you can obviously play all 8 copies overall. Second one is her friend skill, but her friend skill has had an upgrade. So it's continuous Vanguard or Rearguard circle. If you have another unit in the same column as this unit, that unit and this unit become friends. And if you have 3 or more other friends, this unit gets drive +1. And her third skill is the auto Vanguard circle once a turn. If you persona road this turn, the cost may also be paid instead with Counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand. At the end of the battle this unit attacked, if you have 5 or more other friends, cost, discard a card with Fortia in its card name from your hand to stand this unit, and it gets drive -2 until end of turn. So this is really interesting for the fact of the third skill remains the same. It's the usual Fortia restand, and because obviously we're gaining a drive off the first skill, they've removed 2 drives off the restand, so you're still getting 1 drive on the second attack. But the fact of it's 4 drives over 2 attacks is really solid from the get-go. And I do like how they've got the, if you persona road, you can do this cost instead. This was also seen within the Festival Booster set, mainly with Clarissa. And the fact of they're carrying it over Fortia is really nice, because it then means you've got multiple different ways to play with Fortia. So you can either put her in the ride line and run a very heavy Fortia base, or you can run 4 of her in the main deck, 1 of the old Fortia in the ride line, and guarantee the Persona ride for turn 4 with Counterblast 1 discard a card. So really interesting plays, but the fact of it doesn't, it also says it's you may pay it with this cost, means if you do get Counterblast denied, even if you Persona road, you can still discard a Fortia to restand. So you do get really interesting plays to work around with here. All in all, the Fortia stuff's really interesting, but it didn't solve the problem I personally had with the deck. Now, my personal issue with the deck is we don't have a good grade 1 for the rearguard boosters. So it would have been nice to see something that combos off well with them whilst having the friend ability. Because obviously, we are with Stolas, for example, we need to have 3 other friends on the board, which requires specific units, and she doesn't have friends herself. So having a good grade 1 friend rearguard would allow us to then put Stolas behind the Vanguard and then actually hit the magic numbers for a Vanguard swing. Which at that point, if you're doing that, you could then afford to run the Velian in the front row rearguard circle, for example, for a final push turn, and get some really interesting combos out of it. But it is something I'm going to actively be testing, and it's all in all very nice start to the lyrical set, because it shows that they're willing to work with what we've got and improve it. So with Herminia incoming as our other dress-up unit, it now begs the questions of what are they going to give to Herminia to bring her up? Because obviously she's going to get the same sort of blow up as what Fortia has. So where Fortia's got the friends gaining a drive, is Herminia going to gain a drive as well, or is she going to give the drives to rearguards that she restands? It's going to be really interesting to see what happens, and I can't wait to see what they do. And then we go into the reprints they've announced. So the first ones aren't reprints as such, but they have confirmed we are getting a crit, a front, a draw, and a heal. And multiple people online have already said that, oh, that draws Loris, that draws Loris. We wish it was Loris, but no, unfortunately not. We've got the crit being a war beast, the draw is a human, the front is unsurprisingly a war beast, and the heal is an elf. So nothing amazing that we need specific archetypes for, because obviously we do have our ghosts that play really nicely into Felty's ride line, but nothing yet that uses the ones mentioned there. But with the set numbers that we know, we have got 66, 67, 68, 69. So we know that there is only one of each trigger in this set. And that's personally where my issue comes in. I'd have rather them actually have made it 2 triggers, because then a brand new player can pick up this, grab one of the new ride lines, and only need this set. And the reason I can happily say this is due to the second slide, which is confirmed we are getting PG and Overtrigger reprint also within this set, alongside the good old Eureka getting a reprint. So we're going to start off with the PG and the Overtrigger first. PG is a brand new PG, it's a demon subname, really fits in with the Halloween theme of the set. Really nice to have. And obviously with the Overtriggers they have gone for the Gavelia, the demon Overtrigger again, so again, fits in with the theme. But it starts to make you think, are one of the new bosses going to look for a demon specification, which if they do, that's going to be really interesting. But then we've also got the Eureka reprint, which I am going to cover quickly, and that is the fact of she is a triple rare reprint, not the RE rate. So she is taking one of our slots. But we have got confirmation, obviously, that we are getting 16 triple rares in this set. So her taking one of the slots isn't too much of a hindrance. I have also confirmed that both Gavelia and the Eureka will not be getting the double frame rare and frame rare prints. It is just going to be the base rarities, like how they're doing with the Master Hydrogeum in set 12. So really nice to see. But we get some interesting debates to now start happening. We do have Eureka being the set number 14. So that means there's 2 cards after Eureka. So if we go deducing based on what we know from how they sort things, it's going to be grades, card type, then grades. We know that we can either get 2 grade 1s, or we're getting a grade 1 and a triple rare order. I'm more leaning towards the second one, but we do know that we are supposed to be getting our Carbuncle, which all the other nations got as their set 12 cycle cards. So putting that in our set makes the most sense. But it then brings up the questions of what will our carbuncle actually do for us. So, whilst we didn't get much in terms of card reveals, we did get lots to discuss and digest, which is really nice to have. But that is all we have got time for in this video. If you haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe. It very much does help the channel. Please do comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on all these lyrical cards, because I would love to discuss people's theories with them of what they think is coming, what they don't think what's coming. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.